Hi, I'm Terence Lewis, and I'm an artist, judge, director, and choreographer by profession. Personally, I'm a wanderer. I have a wanderlust, is what I go by my Instagram name also. Yes, I just somebody who is searching for different things in life, looking for more meaning into my life right now. And yeah, what more can I say? I'm discovering myself every day and trying to kind of think of multiple possibilities of who I can be. Well, I was always more of a creative person, and I enjoyed the creative world a lot. I wanted to be a leader for sure, so I wanted to do things by my way. Being in a certain way, number one, has always been my thing. That born on the 10th. So in a way, the number one also is something that kind of screws the decision myself. Wanted to be a leader, wanted to be somebody who can guide people, somebody who can have a vision. And I've always been looking at the bigger picture always as a person. So for me, I was drawn into the creative field. I was drawn into things that I can do by myself. I was very drawn into the arts, very interested in doing something physical, because in the arts there can be painting and there can be pottery and a lot of other things also, but I wanted something that was physically demanding. I loved sports too, but it was somewhere not emotionally engaging. This to me, dance was emotionally engaging, intellectually confounding, and complex, and most importantly was physically demanding. So I found my one choice of career that would kind of satisfy me at all three levels. It would be physically demanding, emotionally engaging, and intellectually complex. And I needed something like that for it to kind of really hold my attention, because if something is too easy, too boring, I kind of lose interest too fast. So dance was the only thing that had a certain level of complexity and layers that no other profession would. Well, you just have to be somebody who has very high standards. I've had very high standards when it comes to everything. Also because possibly very ambitious, but more importantly, I've also been exposed to amazing geniuses and people who have done really great work. So once you see people with great work, when you see the masterpieces, when you see people who are really edgy with their kind of stuff that they do, somewhere you set a certain level and a certain standard that you will not come down that standard. And I think that's what keeps me going to doing what I do. And for me, it's not about how much I get paid or how much time it takes. It's about am I going to enjoy this process, and most importantly, am I going to be proud of what I do, and most importantly, how is it going to impact everybody, myself and the world around me. Well, in terms of shaping the country professionally, I think the biggest paradigm shift happened with Dance India Dance, a reality show on television, where I was able to kind of connect with the masses and let them understand how important it is to make a choice of a dancer, and how difficult it is to be a dancer, and the struggle, and most importantly how a dancer really struggles to bring his art into that place of perfection. And to appreciate that, I think people started noticing the level of intricacy, the intrigue, the complexity, and the hard work that goes into great dancing. And I think once they saw that, once dance moved from just entertainment to art, that's when people said, okay, you know what, I'm going to respect this. So I think the transition happened with Dance India Dance, where we started showcasing dance not just as an entertainment, but also as a form of art. And that happened because we were very focused about showing the dancers' journey and how hard they worked. So I think that has been a big paradigm shift. Dancers like Shakti, Champa, Bertwin, all of these are great choreographers and dancers who have given to the industry, Puneet. And they all trained at my institute. So we started an institute 15 years ago, where we endeavored to train the trainer to make sure we would get dancers who are of a high level, who have a certain international quality. And when those people started coming into the industry, and Shakti became a winner of Dance India Dance Season 2, I think a lot of shifts happened in people's head, and they realized that just talent won't be enough, that they will need to train. I think the time people accepted the fact that dance is a career, and to have a career you need to be professionally trained, I think that created a big shift. I think the fact that contemporary dance became very popular and now today it's recognized as as one of the dance forms that otherwise people never even heard or thought of. I think for me, I don't know whether it's my achievement, but I'm grateful that what I learned many years ago in Vienna when I was given a scholarship to study contemporary dance, which is Annalinka, who was my first teacher. I think through her and through that scholarship that I received, I was able to bring all of that to India and then showcase my productions, and then I showcase a lot of my work on television. I think the fact that people have understood and appreciated contemporary dance, and now there are so many contemporary teachers. It's not that contemporary dance never existed in India, but very few people knew about it, and very few people were aware of this dance form. And now, because of television and because of its reach, a lot more artists can now call themselves contemporary dancers, and people will not look confused. They will say, yeah, we know what contemporary dance is, or we probably will at least appreciate it. So I think that has really changed. I think the fact that dance has become respectable, I think that for me is my biggest achievement. I really had to struggle to even accept the fact that I could call myself a dancer, because somewhere the stigma attached to it was so high. But now, especially after the advent of television shows and reality shows and how we've made dance such a respectable profession, I'm so happy that kids can today go up to their parents and says, I want to be a dancer. I think for me that's a big achievement, on a very different level. Well, I personally believe you should walk the talk, and if you're asking the world to become fit, you need to be fit yourself, and you don't need to do everything that the world does, but I think you need to kind of do whatever is necessary for you. So I do my yoga, and I do a certain amount of weight training and a certain amount of cardio, just to keep me agile and fit. Also, with the age catching up, you need to kind of also exercise in a certain way that is suited for you, with all your issues that you have and the time, and the place, and all of that is very important. So I would say that the mantra is to each his own. Choose a fitness regime that suits you, both your pockets and your lifestyle. I would also say that more than exercising, it's very important how you eat. We need to change the culture of how we eat and how we see food. We must not live to eat, we must eat so that we can just live. So that's my mantra: eat to live, not live to eat. And it's important that you do what is needed and not become greedy. So need versus greed. So sometimes there's a kahavat, aankhein bhukhi hoti hain, peet nahi. So sometimes you're not really hungry, but it's in your mind that you want more. So I think that idea of how much do you need, getting the right consultation for nutrition, choosing the right lifestyle, sleeping having enough sleep, making sure you're doing your yoga, which is not about exercising but just meditating, so that you can find a certain kind of a calmness within you. All of that is very important. So I think it's very important that Goldstream has taken over this making India fit, because it's an important aspect of people's lives, and I think the initiative is very very good, and if it can be a part of everybody's life, it would be great. Now, how they want to do it, whether through his gym, through his other initiatives, that's something that is not something that I am advocating or whatever. I think what is important is that you need to kind of understand the concept that you need to be fit, you need to be have a certain fitness lifestyle, simply because so that you can enjoy the life that you are given, so that you can enjoy your kids, you can enjoy the basic things in life without feeling tired, without feeling that you don't have enough energy. So I think it's very important. Also, not going to the doctor and wasting all your money on pharmaceuticals. So I think the idea of Get Fit India is so important, because if you're physically fit, you'll be also emotionally happy. You'll be able to enjoy certain things, and if you're emotionally happy, you'll be able to kind of enjoy everything that you have. So sometimes if you have all the money in the world, but if you have all the money and you may go to the best restaurant, but if you're physically not fit to eat that food, or if you feel you are ill, then you can't enjoy the food. The same things in life. So money can buy you all those things, but it's very important that you have a physically fit body to enjoy the things that money can get you. And also there are other things that money can't buy, and you will still need a physical body, like probably playing with your kids. And if you cannot play with your kids because you feel tired or breathless, or because you're overweight, or you don't have any energy, you're missing out something. So I think it's very important to be fit, not just for for monetary reasons, but also for your emotional reasons, for your emotional well-being. So here's wishing Gold's Gym India very happy 15 years in this country, and may you have many more to come. And here's hoping that you can turn the whole country into a very fit and solid country. All the very best.